Galper. I'm here with my co-host, Dor the Diving Hawk-Benor, here in Ashkelon, the city of eggs, as they say, Lego
La ciudad de huevos.
Yes, Ken. Dor, how do we feel tonight on this lovely Shabbat after somewhat of a ruckus with a little rocket scare?
So excited to be here. Look at the huge crowd. Oh my God. I'm blushing right now. Oh my God.
Yes. Blushing with the Rockets. We got DT in the house on Zoom. We love it.
Hello, DT.
Today, a little rundown. We're going over all Israeli team, which is going to be the highlighted players of the bubble, both for the men and the women, as well as a couple top moments.
And MVPs, of course.
I'm very happy with who the Council of Jedi have chosen for the MVP. It took a long discussion, long debate, but we finally got there.
Let's raise a toast.
Let's raise a toast.
I will fill it up.
As we say in Ashkelon.
Hi.
What else do we say though?
For the Bay team.
Exactly.
This guy.
Now, just straight off, we want to talk about something that's very interesting throughout the bubble before we get going, and it's
Best sibling duos.
yeah, best sibling duo. We haven't had this many siblings here in the bubble in the past 17 years we've been doing this whole ordeal. So it was really interesting. Now, we have 4 sets of siblings, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
We have the Bronsteins,
The Silverleaf.
the Stollers,
And the Friedmans.
yeah, so let's give it up for all the I believe only one of the pair are twins. Not sure how
Two of the pairs are twins.
2 of the pairs.
The Friedmans and the Bronson.
Oh my God, they are twins. There's
Yeah.
not yeah, interesting. Chromosomes can be very, very interesting. So we're gonna just get a round of applause to see what sibling rivalry as well as a collaborative duo we thought was the most entertaining, energetic, and of course enthusiastic throughout this bubble. So by round of applause, for the 2 men that looked like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the Bronsteins. However, they don't pop each other's noggins off. These guys, I haven't seen them fight with each other the entire time that they've been here, except for the occasional passing drill where Jacob might say something a little under the table to his brother. But that's all in good fun. Next up, the Stoller sisters, who I have never seen more chemistry on field from 2 players at the same time than these sisters. They are phenomenal. So let's give it up for them. What do you think about the Freedmans?
They're playing not in the same position, which is really interesting. One is a goalie, one is a forward. But they're pretty great at what they're doing. They're really awesome.
They're awesome. There's been a hot debate with a poll going around of which Freedman's actually better looking. Now, this one's difficult.
Sorry, Benjamin, I vote for her.
I also
I gotta vote for Ben.
You gotta vote for Ben. Now, what's the best feature about Ben? Pardon me.
His piercing eyes.
His piercing eyes. Now, piercing eyes. And now for Harry, some people compare Harry to a Wall Street lucrative giant who looks like he works about 30 hours out of the 24 per day. He seems like he's going to be doing well, though. So that duo is absolutely phenomenal. And then, last but not least,
The Silverleaf.
wow. Now that is a duo that was unexpected to be seen on the field, but it was phenomenal watching these players take their approach from coaching onto the field to become players to, we'll get later into it, win the IPLL Championship Cup.
And some will say just some will say it.
So we're going to get straight into it with the All-Israeli girls team. Now, we have 3 defense women, 3 midfielders, and 3 attackmen, a goalie, and MVP. these were voted by the consulate of 47 of the international Jedis that come around. Baby Yoda was in attendance this time. Of course. It was phenomenal. So we're going to go ahead. We got some interviews. The interviews will come after we announce the All-Israel team. Let's just go straight ahead. Or Benor, do you want to go ahead with the defense All-Israeli team?
Okay, so the first defense All-Israeli team is Green Corby.
Here we go. From the American. Love to see her out there.
5 deflections per game.
Yeah, per game. Standing at a solid 6'2", her stick was really getting past hands. It was awesome. Next up, someone whose on-field tenacity could really show through her verbal communication and her nonverbal cues through the body language, and that is Allison Shamir. And then lastly, the Derrick Henry, last but not least, the Derrick Henry lookalike, Brooke Applebaum. Absolutely phenomenal, bro. Absolutely crushed it. Wow, we have a whopping 11,000 participants, a little bit under.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Channel Shishim Ve'tesha has taken the world by storm. As they say here, quoting Tal Brody, we are on the map, right?
We're on the map, and we're going to stay on the map.
And we're going to stay on the map.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're on to midfielders. All-Israeli girls team midfielders. Again, Dor Benor. Go ahead with the first midfielder for the All-Israeli.
First midfielder for the All-Israeli women's team, Annabelle Kirsch.
Annabelle was actually a true rusher. They call her at hometown the Juggernaut. Not because of how many nuts she can jugger, but of how much jugger she can nut. Yeah.
That's your
Annabelle, phenomenal play. Second for the All-Israeli team. This girl is crazy. We got
Coach Morty.
Coach Morty's just tuning in. This girl, every time I'm watching a game from the women's side, I constantly hear people like whispering behind, being like, "Oh my God," or like, "That's amazing! Like, how does she do it?" Or like, "She is so good." And I've never gotten that much praise myself, but at least Rachel Rosen gets that on the daily. Midfielder, and now Jordan Orr take it for our third.
The third midfielder, she's from UMass, and she has massive goals. Yeah, massive amount of goals.
She's UMass, but they also say IMass because she has much mass in a good way.
And that's
She's the UMass girl, not saying she's massive, but we're told that she actually can take three cans of beans down within 45 seconds.
and not Grace.
Not Grace Beans, another player here. Supposedly Boston has an annual ritual where once a year they have a tribute from each of their 12 districts to come and actually compete in these games. And it's very tough, but from the 12th district, Abby Stoller came for her nickname. Everyone there called
And she was the winner of the Hunger Games also.
That's exactly what it was called, the Hunger Games, where again, 45 seconds, 3 cans of beans. It was phenomenal. Of course, baked, only baked. Now we're on to attack women of the week, Harden of the bubble. Again, for the All-Israeli team. First off, this is the younger of Abby. This is Jackie, who played absolutely lights out. I believe she had 10 points
game.
10 points last game. She's another player. That is a sibling rivalry that I cannot wait to see progress throughout the years, especially when they have kids and they're both yelling on opposing sides of the soccer field. Because I can only imagine what a Boston mom is like during an AYSO U19 game. Now we're on to the
Second attackman of the year, Michaela McDonough.
Get ready. after the Egg McMuffin that her parents ate while they consummated the relationship. She brought her name honor here. McKellen McDonough has been a leader on the field, off the field, in this bubble, helping everything work. But I think the best trait about her is her darting eyes and face while going to the goal. She looks like Usain Bolt about to prepare for a race. She looks like a lion approaching its prey. She looks like a submarine approaching a little dinghy back in USSR territory. It's phenomenal. I guess that's a little getting where that's a tricky subject here in Israel. The Soviet Union, they don't like that very much.
Sorry, Lazar.
Sorry, we're getting translation in Hebrew for Lazar. Got it. We also have our last attackman, Israeli attack woman. This is who I like to call Wiso, Emily Wisoki. Give it up. The Wagner. Literally a pace master. I feel like if she had one of those pace things where you count your steps, she goes about 25,000 steps a day, I think, which is phenomenal. And you can tell because her legs are just like a blur on the field. It's like Matisse came in and just did a little blur drawing to her. Emily Wisoki played phenomenal today. It was outstanding watching her play the Wagner product. And that's what we got for midfield, attack, and defense. Now we're on to goalie of the bubble. Go ahead and take it away, Dor.
Goalie of the bubble. East. Kelly Layden.
No, it's actually La La Land. Get it? That was a joke for the people that don't watch the Academy Awards. There was a mix-up. Go back and watch that. It'll make a little bit more sense. Yeah, Kelly has been phenomenal. This was a tough one because all of the goalies here were outstanding. Today, actually, Shayna played a game that I thought was absolutely lights out with a stop. I think they were down one in the fourth. They were down one and needed a stop, and they got the stop right on the doorstep. And I was like, bada bing, bada boom, Lego my ego, MVP. But Kelly ended up taking it away, which is great for her. And now MVP. This is an interesting one. Just like the Tuarton, in 2014, I believe, there were two siblings that were from the Iroquois Nation, that is Lyle and Miles Thompson, that were so outstanding throughout the regular season and the postseason that they actually shared the Tuarton, which was the first time ever in the history of that award. And that is going to happen again for the MVP of the Women's IPLL Championship, and that is the Stoller sisters. Especially on the same team at the same time, things are happening quick and accurate. Yeah. Accurate, quick, just like the pregnancy test you took last night with your Tinder date.
Don't share my secrets here.
I'm kidding.
Not again.
He would never take a test. He would never take a test. I'm kidding. So now we are all done with the Israeli girls team. We are on to the all-Israeli men's team for the bubble. This was tough. We had players from Israel, from America, from Canada, from all over, even from Kathmandu to Timbuktu. Our own Zach Dury from Lake Titicaca. Phenomenal that he got to come out here. Actually, semi-Sharon, I believe. And then our own Itai, who's actually a Bedouin, traveling via camel to Ashkelon. It took quite a while, especially because
Longer than a flight connection from New York.
Yeah, longer than that, especially because it was a two-hump camel, not one of two-hump. And we all know what's in that other drum. Trump. Trump. Yeshiva. Now we're on to the all-Israeli men's team. We're we're going to go ahead with the specialty players. That is the face-off, goalie, long-stick midfielder, and short-stick defensive midfielder. First off, go ahead with the goalie of the bubble.
So the goalie of the bubble is one of the Friedman siblings. Benjamin Friedman.
Benjamin played lights out. He is so good around the hips, which is normally a difficulty for goalies, but anything lower than halfway down on the pike, he absolutely stuffed, and those are really tough saves to make.
Definitely know how to move his hips.
He definitely
From
does.
the hula classes.
From the hula classes, yeah. He actually is teaching a Zumba Chata class starting tomorrow on Shabbat. We actually have a couple people signed up for that, including our very own Benjamin. And now for FOGO, that stands for Face Off, Get Off. This is a player that shares the same DNA as the goalie, and that is Harry Friedman. And now we are on to long stick midfielder of the week. Of the bubble. This guy is a physical monster. Talk about a rock and sock and robot. This guy's the Iron and Giant. This guy looks as if he eats nails for breakfast and poops them out in steel balls. And that is Kai, the King Solomon. And now, short stick defensive midfielder. Joe, take it away.
Okay, so I will start with our very own Canadian, Zach Jury. Hello, guys. Good morning, Sissy.
And because of outstanding play, and due to the leaving of Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jake Susterman also gets the award for short stick defensive midfielder due to his ability to pick up a role that he's not normally comfortable with, but still making quite an impact on the field. So again, now we're on to defense. Wow, we got some big puppies up here. We have some defenders that make me literally shiver in my socks. When I change, there's usually a little dingleberries left over in my underwear, but it's okay. Special detergent is good for that. If anyone's wondering, let me know. First off, for the All Israel men's team, defenseman Alex Kaplan. As we call him, Captain America Steve Rogers. He's just as facey as Steve Rogers in the Marvel Universe, and on the field he plays just as well. Alex Kaplan is an absolute beast on the field. You could trust him locking off anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's also a part of his rap battle mantra when he goes to the Bronx and does some of those for the
And his
kids.
girlfriend in the face.
The diving hawk for you right there. For you. And now, next up, we got the other defenseman.
They're teammates, Alex and the second defenseman, and he's one of my favorite people here. Give it up for Ben Johnson!
Is, again, an absolute beast. I am not sure what he does to them, but his eyebrows are so thick, it looks like caterpillars dancing on them. It's phenomenal, but somehow it must help his play, because due to the thickness there, he has a thickness in his heart, and a thickness in one other place that we can't say on here. Channel 3. His head, the steel is wrapped twice.
Oh my God.
But especially because he's Jewish, the top, he cuts off the top of it.
No.
What I would like right now. Sorry for those that are underage. It is late night television for those that forgot. So either tune off, tune in, or tune off. Or tune up, because there's a lot of that here in Ashkelon City of Eggs. Lego My Ego, brought to you by Ego. Lego My Ego. We're on to the third defenseman. Third defenseman of All Israel national team.
Take the honor, please, mate. I'm not that.
All right, this player came in, not normally playing this spot, but able to learn the role like a Jedi Master, just like Karate Kid, wipe on, wipe off. He really surprised me. I think he surprised everyone in the bubble with his ability to be a playmaker in a position he's never done before, and that was Seth Mahler. Yeah. And now we are on to the midfield, all Israeli midfield. Go ahead, Dora, and start us off with the midfield.
So we got another sibling spy here, but the first all Israeli midfield is Noah Braunstein.
Noah Braunstein is an absolute legend on the field. Today, he was playing with a shoulder that was so busted up, it was practically ready for surgery on the field today. But head, heart, and hustle came into play for Braunstein, and that was phenomenal. And now, again, because this is the month of December, known for Christmas Day, known for the Day of Siblings, as they say, the other midfielder is Jacob Braunstein. Playing in transition, being a leader on the field, both again with his verbal communication and his body language. He had some phenomenal games. There's one game in particular where he was playing defensive midfielder like an absolute legend. He looked like Hercules fighting the lion that was twice his size and still able to come away with the head. And then last but definitely not least, this player, I'm actually going to do the honors, is by far my favorite player to watch. Today,
The best shit talker on the field.
yeah, is he the best shit talker?
Yeah, he's the best.
What does he say?
I will tell you later, bro.
Okay. Best shit talker on the field. Today, I literally was, earlier this week, he came into the bubble, he came into the hotel, and I thought he said he might have had a fractured wrist. And I then saw him suit up, and I watched him get water from his bag, from the field of his bag, and he just ran there. And I said, I've never seen him run that fast.
And it's his birthday also.
And it's his birthday. And this is Charlie Radner. I wish we could have seen it. Not saying that he could have put more on the field because I'm not in his head, but today he unleashed something that I have not seen him do yet, and it was so fun to watch. He had, I think, 2 goals in particular, and some great riding offensive plays. 4 goals? 4 goals. And I think a lot of people agree with me on this. He's not only creative, he doesn't only hustle, but he's also just a great teammate, which I think here in Israel, that's really what we're all looking for. So those are the midfielders, and now we are on to attackmen, all Israeli attackmen. Dor, take it away with the first one.
First attackman on the all Israeli team, my little own child, Max Snellenberg. Snelly the snail Snellenberg.
Snelly the snail Snellenberg also goes by Smelly Snelly due to his body odor, which somewhat has an interesting taste to it. I'm not going to say I come into your room late at night and sniff your clothes, but on your door. Snellenberg's a phenomenal product. Love his game, love how he plays, and can't wait to see what his future holds for him. And now we're on to our teammate, who is phenomenal on ball defensively, but also as an attacker, which is his main position. This guy has legs that move as fast as Sonic the Hedgehog. It's practically like he rolls into a ball, especially with his hair. That is so. It must be the hair that makes him so good. And this is Lucas Podby. One of the most endearing people on this entire trip. Can't wait to see Lucas in his college career. And then take away for this last one.
The last one, you can call him Salomon, but you can call him also Shlomo. But it's Santorgeno.
The diving hawk.
The diving hawk, Shlomo the diving hawk as well.
Yes, sir.
He makes some of the most creative, but he's not this diving hawk.
No one has this guy.
We'll call him the. Yeah, we'll figure out another name for him. But Sam Shlomo Trajano has played so well, mostly due to his poise with the ball and ability to problem solve with his body when new obstacles are coming his way.
Learning on his skateboard.
He's literally an escape artist.
Yeah.
He is an escape artist. Some call him Harry Houdini. He's actually practicing for a show he's doing in Vegas next August, where he's getting handcuffed, legs, feet, thumbs, everything, in a keg of milk and dropped in the bottom of a water tank, and he has to escape within 17 minutes. And experiencing the escape artist Sam Shlomo Trajano. Give it up one more time. And now we're on to the MVP of the championship weekend. Wow, you want to do the honors?
Yeah. He is a great sound guy.
Great sound guy.
With his two spaghetti hands, he can scream above everyone. And this is Megan Later.
I'm not kidding. When I was up today, I don't know who told me this. I think it was Bailey, and they were like, you know the people at car dealerships, and I was like, who? He's like thinking like a car salesman, like he was gonna say that Flavin was like a car salesman. He's like, no, you know the inflatable guys that go like. And I literally urinated my pants while I had it. Yeah, urination. What? Oh yeah, sure. We have an issue. I've soiled my underwear.
Again.
Yeah, of course.
I will clean your. Of course I can. You can borrow it from mine.
If anyone needs toilet paper, they have it at the front desk.
Wipes that for me.
Now, brought to you by Gold Bond. Now, I absolutely love chicken Joe on the field. It's phenomenal. I love sound and I love now we're on to the MVP for the men for this all-Israeli team. This player is... Oh, wait.
We need to do jogger before we announce it.
Yeah. This player plays I enjoy watching him play more than anyone else, and I personally like his style of play more than anyone else.
I can't wait for him to play in college.
I can't wait, and I think he plays like a collegiate athlete at a very young age, which is something you don't see often. Normally you have a progression where you have the guy that is singular, he's a dodger, he's a feeder, he does something, and that's what he does, and he's a specialist. And then
He
older,
literally took the ball from the midline today, a ground ball, ran all the way towards goal and scored it. While Coach Arik with his biceps trying to knock him down.
yeah. And I'm not even kidding, this guy has size 14 shoes, which is literally ridiculous. This is this player I absolutely love. He's also a 2K fanatic, and I can't wait to be his partner for a 2K game. That is Max. And now I'm going to do the honors for this one as well. This is Rookie of the Year. A lot of rookies out here, and not necessarily rookies, but players that are under the certain age, the average age of most of us. This player is phenomenal. Well, first off, on the field, he's great. He's learning the game at an incredibly fast rate, and his stick skills are some of the best I've seen from a native Israeli. But the better part about this player is his off-ball attitude, his off-the-field attitude.
Just his attitude.
His attitude in general, one of the most genuine guys I've ever met in my life. Smart, absolutely kind, and I can't wait to see what he ends up accomplishing in his adult life, whether that's with lacrosse or something else, and that is the Rookie of the Year, Ariel Guinea. And now we actually have a couple of interviews before we talk about the championship game today. So, if willing, we're going to start with one of our all-Israeli girls team members on defense, Allison Shamir.
Where do I go?
Behind.
Right between. No, it's okay. We'll just ask you a couple of questions.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Say hello to now climbing 17,000 viewers.
She's actually 42 years old.
So, Allison, tell us what you feel most comfortable with on the field in terms of positioning, because I feel like I've seen you at all positions, and so what you feel most comfortable and what you think you could improve most upon in the skill that you lack.
Okay. Yeah, definitely feel most comfortable with defense. Because I can talk all the time, and I love to talk. And attacking, yeah, I have to work on my attack because I can't catch in the middle. Thank you.
No, I really agree. I definitely can relate to that. I was also an on-ball player, and after an injury, had to turn into more of an off-ball role, and I understand how difficult that can be. However, some say you have to break your game down in order to build it up stronger, which I fully agree with.
Great point.
Who do you think you played best with in terms of your on-field chemistry during this whole bubble?
Ooh. I gotta give that one to Ha. I gotta give that to Ha.
What about Ha and what about yourself and that duo do you think was so special? Why her over anyone else?
I would say because, I mean, she's super experienced, and, you know, she's somebody I was looking up to, for sure. And she took the time, you know? She explained the stuff to me. I appreciate you. Thank you.
No problem. And now for another defenseman, this time on the boys' side, Steve Rogers, captain. Coming in from the apartments, you were outstanding on ball. I'm curious, when you're going up an attacker that on paper might be a tough matchup for you, like say today Coach Chetner, who's going into the NLL, what's going through your mind? Are you trying to establish your own strength, or are you just kind of feeling out the game? Do you have to psych yourself up or psych yourself down? What's going on through the head of Cat?
I would say I keep my emotions kind of neutral. My biggest thing
Phenomenal.
So we're also told that you're planning on walking onto your college team. Is that true?
That is true, correct.
So what is that process going to look like? I think we're all curious here.
To be honest, I don't know because we don't know if there's a season yet. But I would assume that it's going to be a couple days of practice. And, you know, I will play with the team and the coaches will evaluate my game and see if I'm the right fit for the team.
I love that. Now, would you call yourself a specialist in terms of an on-ball defender, or more of an all-around or off-ball defender?
I would say on-ball is my specialty. I think I'm the most comfortable there. I like seeing you know, the guy in front of me, and I think it's my best bet to be on-ball as a defender.
So when you're on ball, what do you look for most in a teammate? That's one of the other two poles for you. What do you appreciate most out of the things they do well? What do you want your teammates on D to do for you to help you out?
I would say communicate, and I think that's a big part of defense in general. So just letting me know where they are, if they're sliding, you know, just telling me what I can't see, what's behind me, just so I'm aware of my surroundings while I'm on the ball.
Love that. All right, let's give it a hand up for Kat. We all wish you good luck and know that great fortune is going to come after that walk-off. Okay, and now we're going on to a player that we've talked so much about, but we can't get enough because he's great. This is the MVP for the boys, Max Snellenberg. Come on up. Gets a little more of that. Snellenberg, today was very interesting. Very interesting.
Hold the mic.
What was going on through your mind in the fourth? Was it the fourth quarter when you scored that goal?
Third? Fourth?
Fourth. Fourth. What
Was
goes
like the
on through your
equalizing
mind?
one.
Are you nervous? Are you blacking out, as some say? Are you extremely jittery or comfortable, collected, or a mix of both? What goes on through your head?
No, I think as a team we were ready and prepared to get a dub, and so we were all calm and we knew what we had to do to come out on top.
So why do you think that today was the day that you guys were able to come out on top 2 times against also the defending champions, Ashkelon?
Well, everyone's been sleeping on us and they didn't expect us to come out on top, and we just took that to our advantage.
I think that's totally true. Now, I would say you're a great all-around attackman, but your strengths seem to be on-ball dodging. Would that be correct? Would you call yourself more of an on-ball carrier?
I agree with that statement.
So, when you're on ball, again, just what I asked Kaplan, what do you look for most in one of the other 2 attackmen that you're playing with? What do you want the traits of their work to shine on?
Definitely to be able to move off ball and put their shots in the cage. That's a big thing.
I love that. Just gotta bury it sometimes. Doesn't matter how far, how fast, just put it in the cage. Snellenberg, absolutely phenomenal. Thanks for the interview.
Never heard of them.
And now we have just a quick announcement that it deserves a lot of recognition. There's a lot of people we want to thank. We're not signing off yet, but just in the middle of this broadcast, we want to thank our broadcast crew, including the Pep Band, which is Tyler Pepe, for announcing, as well as everyone that helped film and the production of the entire games. That was absolutely phenomenal.
And of course, thank you, Ryan Wallace, the officiant.
Wally, thank you very much. We all love you. Even if on the field things can get chippy, you're one of the greatest guys we all know. So thanks for showing up and teaching us so much about the game. And again, another international from Polaska. This is Carolina. Thank you so much.
Taking our temperature every morning.
Every morning.
Telling Nate that he's still so hot.
Yeah, every single time. I love that. It's loaded. The gun is loaded. Carolina, absolutely phenomenal. I think we've all learned a lot from Carolina, understanding the life, of a traveler. She's been to I don't know how many countries, but she actually, I learned that she took a bike ride from Vancouver to San Francisco throughout a whole month, camping on the side of the road. So learning from people like that during these trips help you just kind of understand that even if you can't find your way, any way is going to be happy as long as you have the right mindset going on with it.
Or you can tell them lose.
Yes, very true, very true. And then last but not least, these two men, wow, I don't know what I can say. I think they get overlooked because of their dashing good looks. People literally can't look at them for too long or else they'll be blinded. Simeon Quiggs here. If they were to get commission on everyone they treated, they would be able to retire by the end of next year. They helped literally every single one of us probably with whether an injury, something that was hurting, and it was just so great having these experienced guys come out. And I think the best part about having them out here was treating us like athletes that have a purpose and athletes that want to work hard and are working to something valuable, even though we're not here competing for a championship on a stage comparable to a professional sport in America. Being able to be treated like an athlete like that with the medical attention is something that makes all of us feel very wanted and special. So again, give it one more time for Simeon. Now, on to today's game against Herzliya and Stay Row. It was not as much of a nail biter as we thought. It was 13-5. Stay Row was able to come back. I think the highlight of that game, for me at least, even though I lost, was when Orion Hodgeby came down. Scream like a dying walrus, but it was so awesome. And Coach Jakob, I've never seen someone jump that high.
I never seen Jakob jump that high.
Yeah, Jakob literally jumped up so high in excitement because of his own players scoring a goal in a playoff game. It was absolutely beautiful. It was phenomenal. Today's game was awesome. And then today, I mean, the State Row versus Ashkelon game, it was double overtime. This was the most fun game to watch in the bubble. I'm not even exaggerating. That was so competitive, so fun to watch. The offense was great, defense was great. It was team ball, it was team lacrosse, and I think here in Israel, that's all kind of ingrained in us, being a part of a team, especially as people that kind of get cornered in, being Jews in this world. I think that both of these teams were able to kind of have that team mentality to bring themselves both to such a high level of lacrosse. Some of the highlights of that game, what do we think, Dor?
Of course, game-winning goal by Harrison Simler. He knows where to put himself.
He knows where to put himself. Best off ball.
It was his only stats on the game.
Yeah,
no ground balls, no shot taken. Just a go-winning shot.
This player, I've been saying watch out for.
He had freed the game before, though.
Sometime in the fourth, or maybe it was overtime, and I looked to who I was saying next to, Ariel Guinea and Cap, and I said, check it out, Simler's going to get the game-winning goal. And I actually looked back at the film, and I've looked back at a couple films. He is open like a Walmart on Black Friday. He is so open, it's phenomenal, and I love how he plays it. He's so unselfish, and it was just an amazing goal. And then, again, one of the other highlights for the game was when, sorry, give it up for Dylan Teitelbaum. This woman is
A nail gun.
a nail gun.
Nail gun, as we say in the north.
What is that?
Nail gun. The Great White North.
The Great White North.
Get Woodstock.
She is such a beast. Takes it for the team. And what I've seen, that's the best that I think we can all learn from DT is from what I've heard from my teammates. That DT is their coordinator. Thank you very much. She has been there for the boys like an older sister, and I think coming in without knowing them and being in that role is something to applaud and something to try and work into your own life because she is freaking awesome individual. But on that, when DT popped out a goal to run for a ground ball, something happened, couldn't get it, and one of the craziest plays I've seen in the bubble was Coach Yakov Silverlight popping in goal and saving a shot to make sure that the game was still in their favor. He popped in goal. I'm not sure if it hit him in the chest, in the head,
Leg,
or
I
what.
think.
In the leg.
Yeah.
In the big seam. In the big seam.
But Morty's training works for
Yeah.
that.
So yeah, that game was phenomenal. Both of those teams competed at such a high level. I was happy to be a part of it, even if I was just watching on the sideline. Now, Dor, we have our top 5 moments of the bubble. Do you want to? I'll start off. Number 5. This goal, actually announced from our own McKellen McDonough. Dor Benor's shovel shot on the crease was literally one of the most shocking things I've seen in the bubble. I literally saw it and my jaw unhinged like a cobra trying to eat a full raccoon. It was so great seeing that shot. I'm happy to be your partner and I'm happy to see that you were able to make that goal happen because that will be on your Instagram for the rest of your life.
Thank you.
And now we're on to number 4, the 4th best moment.
Number 4 is Yakov Silverlight winning the talent show.
Yeah. This was talent show was great. The creativity in terms of his songwriting was awesome, something to be lauded. And thank you, Yako, for including so many people in that. And then next up, number 3 comes in Ian and Rachel winning the spike ball tournament 2 weeks ago on Shabbos. That was so fun, competitive. Again, I would love to see a rematch with Chuck Ratner and Tepper playing because I thought they were going to take it home. But that was some of the best spike ball I've seen here on this side of the Mediterranean. And now go ahead with say me. And now, oh yeah, bada bing, Lego my ego. Number 2 is again we already touched on this, but the goal of the game. What might have been better was the celebration, not because he did a celebration that was towards himself, having the cameras on him, but he ran immediately back towards his goalie to hug his defenders. That helped him win this game. This was Harrison Simler's goal. Now, the top moment of the 2020 bubble, Dor Benor, take it off.
Yeah, a lot of people expected it would be my video, and it still was too. It's not the top moment of the bubble. The top moment of the bubble is that each one of us is a camel poop tracker, thanks for Uda, the veteran tour.
For Uda from the Bedouin Tour, I think Uda taught us so much about, I think the best part was a horse coming by, or maybe a camel.
Maybe a camel.
A camel.
And then we stopped and he said, that's, I see a horse.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Uda seemed like he'd been in the sun for a couple decades too long, but he was a great guy. And again, thank you, Uda. We all now know how to track steps inside, from a tent, outside, backwards. So useful.
Behind me, I'm gonna sneak in and take my bag. I
Exactly.
catch it now.
We're all now raccoon poop certified, so you can all put that on your resume. And again, those are the top 5 moments. And now we're on to our last and final calls. Pardon. Do you have anything you want to say about the bubble and this experience here?
Yeah, that's the goodbye words for me, for myself, for the Latin North. I want to thank for everybody to make it happen. Ian, Katie, stepmother, and the other stuff. And for the very last time, I want to say thank you for tuning in to channel Shishim Ve'tesha. I'm Galper, and this is Nate Galper.
Signing off. Thank you all very much.